button. There we go. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hot Stove After Dark, presented by Natural Light Natter Days.
Wow.
Yeah, Natty White is what I'm drinking.
Yes.
What I'm drinking
Mark
too.
is 1000% drinking a Natty Light, not a Blue Moon. Anyways, I am your host, Zach Nunez. I'm here with Josh and Mark and Austin this time. And
Howdy.
Josh working his normal day job here as we go. What are you wearing there, Josh? Can I see what you're wearing? It's a Syracuse.
Oh, that little Syracuse hockey branded hoodie.
Okay.
Very
Dallas
nice.
Cowboy love. It's nice.
I was trying to figure out what we had going on there. But anyways, like we've said, this is going to be an episode of After Dark. We've already teased it a bunch. We're doing our top 10 favorite Christmas movies today. The holidays are coming up this week, so we're talking about our favorite movies to watch in this holiday season. I'll say top 10 holiday movies because there are other movies that might show up that don't necessarily revolve around Christmas, you know? So we want to make sure top 10 holiday movies. A couple things beforehand. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Hot Stove Pod. That's at Hot Stove Pod on Twitter. Here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Next week, we're doing, next week, before we take probably a little bit of at least a week off after the new year, we're going to be doing the 2021 Stovey Awards, to which we have some very fun stuff planned. Actually, we haven't planned any of it, but
Not a bit.
we've discussed some very fun stuff that we might be doing for the Stovies next week. So be on the lookout for that. Everyone's favorite shitty award show is back for the third year running. Yeah, and that's that. Anybody else have anything they wanna plug?
Box Score Pod on Twitter. Listen to What's in the Box Score with Rick Wiener on YouTube and or the Spreaker app.
And Mark, don't forget to tune into the Colorcast app for Outside the Box Score with me and you, brought to you by Colorcast every Friday from 2 to 3, where we give out our lock gambling picks of the week, which another good week, I think, for most of us on the pod. Adam, first time guest Adam Pallenberry, big time shocker, trying to get Stone Sports to suck it over there on Twitter. Didn't work out. I don't know if you saw that. He tried to.
I did not see that.
I was like, tweet at Mark, because he was like, I told you the Colts. I told you the Colts. I was like, just tweet at him, dude. Call him out.
Yeah, no, Stone was the one ripping him a new one on it. First of all, he said it was me, and then it was me.
Stone-
Yeah.
So I was like, that Nunez guy's a sham. That's what Adam was like. I'm a sham. You're a sham. He's a sham. Someone told me he's a sham. I was like, yeah, go tell him. He's on Twitter. He's active. Tell him he's a sham. Good pick.
Usually, the show also entails me joining the hot seat from my vehicle for about 20 minutes and yelling about nothing. So, yeah.
That's right. If you're on the hot seat and you don't give out a pick, fuck you. You're off the hot seat.
Yeah, get out of
Stay
here.
on. Get out of here. You get kicked.
Yeah,
You're
my
on these
favorite
two picks,
moment was
you're
when Adam was on the show. Adam was on the hot seat, and he gives one pick, and he just goes silent. And Josh goes, "You got anything else?" He goes,
Where?
he goes, I don't know. I don't know how this thing works. And you're like, give picks. You're here to
It's a
give
gambling
picks.
show. You're on the hot seat. Mark goes, yeah, you're on the hot seat. You gotta shit or get off the pot. You're out. Gone.
Yeah, I kicked him out.
Yeah, he'll be back.
So, anyways,
It's good fun.
check that out. I got a trivia question for you guys. Actually, now that I just think about it, just remember that.
All right.
So, as you may know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not put up any points last night on Sunday Night Football. Usually doesn't happen to Tom Brady very often.
Oh God, no. Are you giving out the stat of the last time it happened?
What'd you say?
Did you have that stat from NFL Network of the last time he was shut out?
Yeah, and I got a question about it.
Okay. Oh, so I know it.
I don't know if you know it.
Oh.
The question isn't about the date.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the last time Tom Brady was shut out was 2006.
Mhm.
I'm not going to allow you guys to look up the schedule. That's obviously off limits. But I'll tell you the week and I'll tell you the score. It was week 14 of 2006. They lost 21-0 that game. And I want you to tell me who was the coach of that team. That was
damn
last,
it. I
that
know
was
who
last
the team
week
is.
Shut out Tom Brady.
I know the
I'll tell
team.
you. I'll tell you this. Outside of AFC East, they played the NFC North and the AFC South that year.
I know it.
What is it, Mark?
It's Nick Saban. It was the Dolphins.
Nick Saban is the correct answer. It was the one year he was the head coach of the Dolphins.
What a pull. My guess was going to be Herm Edwards.
And
I just knew it was the Dolphins. I just could not.
Could not guess the coach.
I knew it was the Dolphins, and then I was like, wait, it's probably Saban.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm not 100% sure. How many seasons was he the coach of the Dolphins?
I thought it was just one.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, because it was basically he showed up, he got the job, didn't sign Drew Brees, coached for a year, and then dipped for Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That was Nick Saban's tenure as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. And during that time, his Miami Dolphins shut out Tom Brady's Patriots 21-0, week 14. So good job, Mark. Yeah, that was a good question. Anywho, time to get into the meat here. I'm like, that's quick. We're like 7 minutes. We're already into the meat.
Hell yeah.
Give me the meat.
Yeah, all right. Top 10 Christmas movies. I assume everyone has a couple of honorable mentions, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the rest of the movies I've seen.
I have 6 honorable mention. And
I
I
got
will.
a little less than that.
We'll do what we did last time, which is where we'll just have one person go through all of their honorable mentions. It makes it a lot quicker. I'll go through mine first. So the first 2 that I have are 2 TV specials that I didn't leave off the list just because they were TV specials, for what it's worth. But I'm gonna bunch them together. It is the Frosty the Snowman, the claymation special with Burl Ives as like the narrator singer guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie Brown Christmas as well is also delightful. Love it. Oh, I'll talk about for a second actually my criteria coming into this list. I don't know about you guys, but normally when I do these lists, I usually go through a lens of like personal enjoyment as well as some sort of level of like objective thought, even though objective criticism isn't really a thing.
Mm-hmm.
This time I did that,
Barlow?
but I also factored in how much Christmas spirit the movie has.
Yep.
Because there's a couple movies on this list that I think are probably better than other movies that are higher up than it, but they don't quite carry the same feeling of Christmas like the ones above them do. So that's basically that, right? Next honorable mention is like one of the very few times where now I can't even remember his name. What the hell's his name? Tim Allen. One of the very few times where Tim Allen has ever been funny, and that's the Santa Claus.
The first one?
Again. Of course, the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Do people like the other ones? I don't know if I've actually seen it.
I think someone likes the other one a lot. Another one.
Okay.
My inside source says the second one's also very good.
Okay. Okay.
Good
Okay.
switch.
I have not. I don't actually think I've seen the Santa Claus.
The second one,
It's not bad.
Later. The second one's with a fake Santa robot. That's very funny.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Okay. Anyways, the Santa Claus is also an honorable mention for me, and then my last 3 technically are both horror movies. 2 of which are good. One of which is not. One of them is one of the funniest movies and also one of the worst movies ever, and that's Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Not only does it have one of the most iconic bad movie scenes in history, the garbage day thing. He's like, garbage day, and then he shoots the guy through the garbage can. Not only does it have that, but it's one of the laziest movies. And by that I mean the main character in the entire movie is in a psych ward, basically narrating the story of the first movie to a doctor. And it sucks, but you know, it's one of the most good movies ever. No, it sucks all the time. The movie's terrible.
Yeah.
But and then my last entry here is Black Christmas. Both the reason why it's doubled here is that I have both the original from 1974, which was one of the earliest slasher films, and then the remake from 2006 that was unbelievably gory, and an all-around good time. Yeah, Black Christmas. And who wants to go next with their honorable mentions?
I
Someone
can
else
go.
wants to go real quick.
I got a short list here. Two movies that probably, well, no, one movie that's definitely gonna make people's lists. Elf. Just the Will Ferrell, gimmick. I'm Will Ferrell. I'm funny bit. Classic.
Yeah, I love that.
And then the original Home Alone. I asked if it was a Christmas movie today, and it didn't even make the list. I pretended like it was going to be on my list, but it's not. It's an honorable mention, and I will say, honorable mention's not the place you want to be when you're talking to someone who's seen 14 total Christmas movies, and we're talking about a top 10.
Right,
but
mind you, 14 movies that Austin's about to talk about are all 14 Christmas movies he's ever seen.
Yeah, those are my two honorable mentions. Wait till you hear number 10, because you're gonna be stunned when you hear that these two are left off for number 10. But
I'll go right after that because I'll one up you, kid. I got Home Alone 2 on my honorable mentions, and the first one doesn't even crack the list because the first one, it's just I don't know.
You're a bad person.
Care to watch. I don't. Home Alone doesn't do it. When I was young, the hijinks
and Home Alone 2 doesn't.
Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1 in my mind.
That's not true. That's
to
so
me. They kind of get muffled in my brain. They don't stick out to me. It's just I never connected with them as much as Christmas movies. That's number whatever on my list. I got to make a right here somewhere. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going. Second on my honorable mentions, it will be another made-for-TV thing, as Nunez was talking about. I'm lumping them all in. All the big ones are going here. And it's not just because of like their value or whatever the hell it is about, how good they were, whatever. It's going to be The Grinch, Frosty, and Rudolph. Rudolph is super hard to watch nowadays for me. Like I've tried to rewatch it, just for the fun of the holiday spirit, For Alive, Nitwit. It's hard to watch nowadays. When I'm a kid, it's fine. Yeah, the nose is tough. It kills it for me. And then the other ones I got is Santa Claus 1 and 3. Martin Short makes the third one, and that's about it. And then
I heard Santa Claus 3 sucked.
It's not
Inside
good.
sources.
It's not good. That's what I'm saying. Martin Short is the one redeeming quality of it. I don't know where this house is, so I'm good on that.
All right.
Okay. I'd also like to say I actually had something to say, and I forgot what it was. So, Mark, you can go.
Yep, I've got 5. I've got 2 of the made-for-TV things. I've got Rudolph and The Year Without a Santa Claus. I love The Year Without a Santa Claus. The Heat Miser and Snow Miser, awesome.
Heat Miser is the GOAT.
Yeah, that might have the best music out of any of them in my opinion. I think the Heat Miser and Snow Miser songs are sick. Rudolph, obviously classic. Everything about it is great. Like Josh mentioned, got Burl Ives in that one as well. I've got Gremlins. Gremlins is a Christmas movie, and Gremlins is awesome. Big fan of Gremlins. I've got the original Miracle on 34th Street from 1947.
Okay.
With Edmund Gwynn playing Kris Kringle. It's a delightful holiday story. I really like Miracle on 34th Street. Just missed the list. And I've got Die Hard because I still have trouble accepting the fact it's a Christmas movie.
Okay. Okay. The thing I was gonna say, by the way, was that the Raiders successfully iced the kicker at the end of the first half.
Love it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the Browns kicked a 47-yard field goal, but Rich
Did I
Kapachi
just-
called a out at the very last second, and then when they kicked it again, it went wide.
Did I miss
So-
Mark calling Die Hard? He put it in the honorable mentions.
Yes.
Because I have trouble accepting it as a Christmas movie. I've only recently come to that conclusion within the past year or so. I was very much on the Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie train. Once I let it sink in a little bit and watch it a couple more times, it'll move up the list.
Yeah, I mean, it took all of those years of me yelling at you for you to finally beat it into your head, basically.
I only put it on here to shut you up.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, look at when Die Hard and Home Alone are basically the same movie, but one has terrorists and the other has wet bandits. You know that they're both Christmas movies. So
Yeah. Well, Home Alone 3 also has terrorists. Okay, come on.
all right, well, I'm gonna go first with my number 10. We'll keep that same order. Austin, I appreciate the emotes. I hope that shows up in the video. I'll go first with number 10 here. My number 10 pick for my favorite Christmas movies of all time is Jim Carrey starring as the Grinch who stole Christmas. In a similar vein, it's not a movie that I've only started to watch it. Like I watch this movie every year because my sister loves it. But I've only recently started to really enjoy it, and I just respect this movie for how batshit crazy it is.
It is nuts.
The movie is genuinely nuts. And I got all the respect in the world for that shit. And Jim Carrey is fantastic as the Grinch in a way that Mike Myers was not fantastic as the Cat in the Hat. Mike Myers was terrifying as the Cat in the Hat. Jim Carrey is fantastic as the Grinch. Thank you very much. Austin, you're up next with your number 10 pick.
All right. So we did say that I did say before the show that my honorable mentions to 10 was a bit. It's a bit, but it's a movie I enjoyed, and that is Curious George, A Monkey Christmas. It just has everything you need. It's a family friendly, I don't. It's just a great viewing, and I wouldn't even call it a movie. I mean, it's not even an hour long. It's one of those TV specials, but it's you got to understand. Curious George. I mean, the guy's a legend.
He's one of your top 5 monkeys for sure.
Top,
You
yeah,
got a lot of those.
for sure. Maybe top 1. I don't know, but
I feel like there's a lot of animated monkeys.
Yeah.
is there?
Yes. I'm not even doing a bit. I feel like there's a lot of movies with monkeys in them.
You got Laszlo from Camp Laszlo.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I know that one.
That monkey from what was the movie in the early 2000s?
Night at the
where
Museum?
escaped? What the hell was it called?
What about the
Dunstan
Night at the
checks
Museum
in.
monkey?
What'd you say, Mark?
I said Dunstan checks in.
No, that movie was called MVP2, Most Vertical Primate.
Oh yeah, that one.
Right, anyways, yeah, sorry.
It was a movie where a monkey skateboards.
Yeah. If there's gonna be a theme for today's show, I'm just gonna say my movie. I'm gonna say I loved it, and then I'm gonna move on. It's a business night. Business decisions. We're moving on. Curious
Wow.
George, a very monkey Christmas.
All right,
All right.
Josh, you're number 10.
We talked about it before the show, me and you, Mark, and Nunez. It wasn't a troll. I loved this movie growing up. Arnold Schwarzenegger completely transformed character.
Oh,
Great-
I thought you were
great
gonna say
character.
Prancer.
No, Prancer snake.
I also
Don't
thought
even
he was
start
going to
on
say Prancer.
again. Prancer sucks. I went on a whole berating of Prancer, the 1989 film we've determined. Curly-haired little girl, the fake reindeer, real Prancer. Stupid movie. No, this is Jingle All the Way. This is a great movie. Quotable, just batshit. very fun, entertaining till the end. And in terms of Christmas value, I'm with you, Nunez. Some of these movies might be a little lower on here than expected due to a lack of that Christmas feeling at the end. You know, the damn, maybe people are nice in this world, right? Because we're not, but we like to tell each other we are through film. But this movie definitely tells me I'm nice. So, jingle all the way.
The best part of Jingle All the Way is Phil Hartman is the very horny neighbor. Number 10 for me is a true Christmas classic. And that's A Christmas Story. This movie gets a lot of hate.
A lot of hate.
Yeah.
You only have it at number 10?
Yes,
That movie
because
sucks.
see that this movie the past couple of years has gotten a lot of hate because people are like, they just show it all the time. It's not that good. No, it is very
Choose
good.
not to watch it, asshole.
Yeah.
What are
Just
you
don't put it on TBS. Like, it's that simple.
Right. Watch a different channel if you don't want to see it 24 hours a day.
But no, it is a true Christmas classic. When I was 8 years old, my dad got me a BB gun and wrapped it in the same wrapping paper as they did in A Christmas Story. Like, this movie means a lot to me.
I never had the Red Ryder BB gun. I'm kind of upset.
I didn't get a Red Ryder. I did get a different BB rifle, but it was like he hit it in like the same spot, like behind a chair. It was a whole Christmas Story thing. So this movie means a lot to me, and I do really love this movie. I just like the movies ahead of it better.
Josh, when we post this episode tomorrow, can you send me the picture of you in the bunny suit from Christmas Story?
100% I can. I was just gonna say, yeah, I've dressed up in the Christmas Story like bit, and I still hate the movie. Like, I've seen it once. I've done the thing. Freddie or Ralphie, whatever the hell his name is, out on the playground and lifting the pole. It's a whole thing. It's a bit. Great. Stupid. I hate that movie.
I went to the house that the movie was filmed.
Really?
It's a museum now, and it's just outside Cleveland. When I went to Cleveland when I was like 16, we went to the house and did the whole bit. It was good. My number 9 is also one that we've already talked about. That's Jingle All the Way. How can you go wrong with a Christmas movie about Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to get the Turbo Man doll for his son? And then Sinbad is there, and he's telling that one guy to put the cookie down. And then
they invade a radio station.
Right. And then there's a sequel with Larry the Cable Guy in it. Dude, it's incredible. Yeah.
Just honestly a dynamic Christmas franchise, some would say.
Yeah. Basically. Like the Tooth Fairy 2, starring Larry the Cable Guy. You know? Austin, what's your number 9?
Number 9 coming in, another family-friendly show, another TV really special. It's only like a half an hour long. It is Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
You were talking about, what gets you in the mood for Christmas or what's really a holiday spirit, and you can't go wrong with Frosty. So there you go.
I guess it really is and out. Frosty.
I'm all business tonight. All mine on the list are going to be all you guys' honorable mentions. Basically, they're going to be crap movies that I like, and we've talked about them. So I'm in and out. Business decision.
No one said they're crap. I like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah,
I like Frosty too. The fastest belly flopper in all the land. My number 9, and I'm up next.
yes.
Yep.
My 9 is one that Nunez was talking about, disrespecting earlier, talking that only the first one's good. No, Santa Claus 2 is on my list because Santa Claus 2 is very good. Robot Tim Allen, this is where his grandson is starting to act up, or his son is starting to act up, so he's getting all wild out in school, and he's got to go deal with him. So they clone him and make a fake Santa up at the North Pole, and he's drinking the cocoa. He's, let's get cocoa. I love cocoa. I'm bugged on cocoa. I mean, it's very funny stuff. Tim Allen, another great movie. Love it. Doing a whole thing back here. Don't worry about the yelling. Yeah, I'm doing a bit. Sorry, they're trying to look at me.
The premise of that movie makes it sound terrible. Can I just say that?
Well, he's Santa, so his kid's on the naughty list, and he's like, "What? How could this happen? I need to address this, right?" So he has to go back and yeah. Then I believe they clone an entire army of like droid nutcrackers that fight back against the people of the North Pole in the snowball fight for glory. It's very good. It's good stuff.
Like I said, it's one of the three things Tim Allen's ever been funny in.
Yeah, I love it.
Josh, you failed to mention the real plot of that movie, which is they force Santa to get a wife to bear his child.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forgot about the forced marriage part. But
He has to trick a school principal to marry him.
But that chick who he ends up marrying is one of the chicks from Costner's movie. Isn't it the girl from Tin Cup?
I believe it is the girl from
Yeah,
Tin
and
Cup.
she's banging. So, I mean, go Santa.
Yeah.
My number 9 is also Jingle All the Way.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
so we already discussed it.
All right, my number 8 is Gremlins. Gremlins is one of those movies that suffers from true lack of like Christmas spirit.
Mhm.
It does have it.
At
It
times.
shows up in the end of the movie, and it shows up at times. But like at the end of the day, it's really just like a really fun Christmas themed like horror thriller. You know, like
Mhm.
it's a lot of fun. It's a movie I got a lot of nostalgia for. It's one of the great '80s movies. Don't watch Gremlins 2. That's what I'll say.
Boo.
Don't watch
Gremlins 2 is awesome.
No, just watch the first one and then be done with it. But yeah, Gremlins is number 8 for me.
All right. I just finished my bite of my Baconator. 1 second. Ah. All right. Number 8 for me. Already been mentioned tonight. The Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I just like it. I like how into character he gets. It feels like when I was a kid watching it, it wasn't like a human playing the Grinch. It was like literally like a fucking weirdo,
Deranged creature.
a deranged creature, like doing weird things. It was kind of cool. Yeah, and it's again another one that gets you in the Christmas kind of mood.
Yeah, Cindy Lou Who, they love them.
Yep.
I will say Austin brings up the Baconator. Maybe a top 10 fast food restaurant item menu of all time. Can we do one of those? The Baconator is going to
that
be
would start wars.
Yeah.
yeah.
It would start wars.
Yeah.
With
I just had the spicy nugs from Wendy's too. I got those
Spicy
too.
nugs are banging.
Delicious.
A lot of options here, folks. 8, my 8. This is going to shock the world. Okay, nobody else has this on their list. I doubt anyone else has even seen this potentially, but it's how I rang in the Christmas year this year. It was the first movie I saw this year. One from childhood, brings me back. Lewis Black, the bald-headed guy from Ballers with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Forget his name.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, with Dwayne.
Is it Paul
the white
Giamatti?
guy. No. He's in Hot Tub Time Machine. The bald guy tries to kill himself.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't
He's
know
in
his
it.
name. Give me 1 second.
But none of these people matter because it's really all about the kids here. This movie, the 2006 classic, Unaccompanied Minors. Anybody?
I've never heard of this
Anybody? Bueller? That's right.
I
Unaccompanied
have
Minors,
seen
fantastic. The main girl in that was 16 at the time, and boy, did I want to fuck her. My God. Just even rewatching it, I had feelings that I was like, whoa,
Hey.
my little,
Hey.
what?
Stop.
What?
Try to do
No,
this every
that brought
episode.
me back. I don't know. That brought me back. Not like that, you perv. She's a child. I just said that. But I had to, it took me
Not
back
like
to a
that,
time.
you perv. You just said what?
What? It took me back to a time.
Brought me
a
back
younger
to
To be
it.
time.
fair, we did cut him off in the middle of his
Oh.
sentence.
No.
Yeah.
See, Josh is just identifying with his younger self
Yes.
and getting those feelings, so it's okay.
Yeah.
He's not perfect.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
Thank you, somebody, for understanding. Anyways, Unaccompanied Minors, fantastic. One of my favorite parts about the whole movie is that the young dude, one of the young kids from Bad Santa, like the guy with the big afro kid, like the main kid in that, is also in this movie. And he plays a similar kind of dumb kid. And he, at one point, he goes, yeah, I'm going to go get a Christmas tree. And they're like, what? They're trapped in an airport. He's like, I'm going to go get us a Christmas tree. And he has a flashback scene to where his stepdad told him, men are made, not born. And it's his dad is David Cockner. And he walks through a wilderness forest and carries a tree back on his back. Like, it's madness. Just absolute madness. This dude's great. Unaccompanied Minors, number 8 on the list. Chalk it up.
My number 8 is the real How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Boo!
The good
Boo.
one.
Boo!
The Boris Karloff, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch animated special, because it is actually good and not the weird. The Jim Carrey one, I'm sorry. Have you seen The Baby?
Yeah.
The Baby Grinch. You say Mike Myers was terrible. The Baby Grinch is the most terrifying thing ever put on a screen.
I disagree, but no, I also disagree with that pick, because I do love the animated one, but Jim Carrey does something to me, man. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it weird.
Give me
movie-
Boris Karloff and the classic song any day of the week.
Oh, so you can say Jim Carrey does something to you, but I say someone does something to me, and ooh,
These
Shut
are
up.
different situations.
Shut
These are
up.
different
Shut up.
situations. Jim Carrey was in his 40s at the time, so Oh, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing. Ah! Anyways, number 7 for me is my favorite portrayal of one of the classic Christmas stories, and that is the Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah, dude, the Muppet
That
Christmas
almost
Carol.
made mine. Honorable mention.
You said it was an honorable mention.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it almost made his honorable mention. is
Oh,
what he
okay.
said.
So yeah,
which tells you how bad it was, too.
Gotcha. Yeah. Muppet movies are bangers, just generally speaking. Like Muppets Take Manhattan is a banger.
Mhm.
I heard the Muppet Haunted Mansion that came out this year was a banger. I haven't seen it.
It's
But-
pretty good, yeah.
The Muppet Christmas Carol, also a banger. Like I said, one of the best on-screen portrayal. You want to talk about Jim Carrey? That Jim Carrey animated version of the Christmas Carol can suck me, because the Muppet Christmas
Agreed.
Carol is so much better. It's got Michael Caine.
Michael
Caine plays Ebenezer Scrooge. I mean,
Okay.
come on. Yeah. Number 7. Boom.
Number 7 for me is the animated TV short Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Just another I mean, I'm just spitting out classics here. Just
Yeah.
all of mine are like 1970s short, like TV whatevers, and I don't know. It's just what I grew up watching and what my dad loved to watch. So this is what it's filled with. But I love it. I love the motion, stop motion, like crap they use. It's just I don't know. Brings me back to when I was a kid in the 70s.
all those stop motion specials are bangers. Absolutely, for sure.
Yep.
100%. My turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm following along. I got this one also probably not on other people's lists. I like to be a contrarian when we do these things. Most people think it's Mark, who has a large, brain for cinema, and Nunez, both of them last week, trumping us with Charlie Chaplin. How's about this one, Mark? How about a little Michael Keaton Johns, huh? And I believe that same woman from Santa Claus and Tin Cup, and some brave little kid who finds his way through a Pee-wee hockey season with his father, newly minted snowman, Jack Frost. Huh?
P.U.
That certainly is a movie.
What? P.U.? It's a
I've never-
touching
so-
story.
I've never actually seen Jack Frost, because I always thought it was a horror movie because of how
There is
how
a horror movie.
garbage.
There is a Jack Frost horror movie as well.
No. But I know. I'm talking about that
Yeah.
one in particular, the Michael Keaton
Oh.
one, because how bad the snowman looks.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was supposed to be scary, but apparently it's supposed to be like this heartwarming story.
Yeah. It sells, dude. It sells to 7-year-old me. Boy, that was a real father-son connection. Honestly, a lot of these movies are built off of true father-son bonding, which tells me, maybe I got something going on here. I should probably talk to somebody about this, but I don't know, man. It really gets me. Something about it. He just loves his dad so much, and then he's gonna freeze, or he's gonna melt, and it's touching. It's a touching story.
For sure.
That's one that really gets you in the Christmas heartstrings.
Nunez, I agree with you. The fucking snowman was terrifying. I hated it as
Yeah.
a child. It scarred
looks-
me for years.
It looks terrible. It looks garbage.
Yeah. My number 7 is just a truly truly hilarious movie featuring one of the great character names of all time, Thurman Merman. That is Bad Santa. Bad Santa is so goddamn funny.
I just like to take a moment to share a picture of the snowman from Jack Frost.
And
that guy
I'm
bangs.
not going to sleep.
Look at it.
Oh my god, that looks
That's
terrible.
scary.
It's awful.
Very scary.
Just
Any
horrible.
Bad Santa.
Yeah, it's Bad Santa. Billy Bob Thornton, Bernie Mac, who delivers one of my favorite lines just in comedy movies when he said Santa likes to fuck fat chicks in the ass. Very funny. Just the comedic duo of Billy Bob Thornton and Bernie Mac, huge rest in peace, is just unbeatable. They're just so funny together. I love Bad Santa.
Yeah, dude, Bernie Mac is the GOAT. I, for one, am not much of a fan of Bad Santa.
What?
Oh man,
I've seen it once. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I've
it's
never
so
watched
funny,
it.
dude. Fucking
beyond that.
Thurman Merman. Just when he keeps going on about his name, he's like, "Your name is Thurman Merman." Like it's
Yeah. My number 6 is the best Home Alone movie, and that's the first Home Alone movie. Get out of here with this Lost in New York crap. First, you're going to tell me that Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1? Come on. Does Home Alone 1, or does Home Alone 2, sorry, does Home Alone 2 have the classic scenes that Home Alone has? Does Home Alone 2 have the scene where he's watching the Western? Which I can't remember the line now that I'm trying to say it.
Are you thinking of the mob movie?
Oh yeah, it was a mob
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
My
it's
bad.
Angels with Filthy Souls. And the line is, "Yeah, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't."
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark, that I didn't remember the iconic line from Angels with Filthy Souls.
It's a fake
My
movie.
bad.
That's the only reason I remember the name of the movie is they made
My
a fake movie.
I just like to say that Joe Pesci is the best. That's it.
Love Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci is great in all 6 movies that he's in, and he's excellent
What?
in. Oh my god, Jesus! And he's
You
great.
think
In...
his heart?
All right, since y'all want to ruin the fun, Austin, what's your number 6? Move forward. Fine, fuck it. Don't care.
Sheesh. My number 6
hell
is
is
another
that?
classic from 1964. And that is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing but classics. I'm just pulling out the classics. I just love these movies. I don't know what else to tell everybody here.
This seems like a bit. Like we're halfway through, and
I'm almost positive this is a bit.
It's not a bit. I love all these movies. Wait to hear my number 1.
okay.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
It's Miracle on 34th Street, the original. Oh, dude, I hope. Anyways, my number 6. This is where we'll get to it. I know Nunez, you might scoff at this. This is where I get to Die Hard. This one was probably the prime example of it just doesn't have the Christmas spirit for me. Maybe murdering a bunch of terrorists in the name of love and defense is Christmas to some people, but to me, it just falls a little bit short. So I keep it at
I don't
6,
disagree with
just
that.
outside the top 5. Just, I mean, hey, maybe some people get into that. The troops might love that. This is Christmas. I don't know. I gotta hype him up some way.
All
Well,
right,
if Connor was here, we could ask him.
True.
Yeah.
My number 6, I'm calling an audible right here, is Christmas Vacation. I'm just switching around the order on my list. But it's Christmas Vacation. I mean, between Aunt Edna and like, is Rusty still in the Navy? Like, just all the stupid shit. The squirrel is hilarious. My favorite line, "Hey Clark, why don't since you're not doing anything productive, why don't you go into the kitchen and get my stogie?" Or go into the other room and get my stogie, just from his uncle there who has the worst toupee. it's hilarious. I've already seen it like 3 times this season.
How-
What's that, Josh?
Sorry, that movie, I was looking stuff up, and that movie was like grossly low on a lot of rankings, and like
I
a
agree.
disgustingly low Rotten Tomatoes score. It's like a 67
Yeah,
on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, what? Did people not like that movie? Is it Chevy Chase that people don't like? I don't know.
I
don't
don't
get it.
know.
I, for
I
one,
like
haven't
all of
watched.
the Vacation.
I haven't watched any like Christmas movies this season yet, even though Christmas is 5 days from now.
Mhm.
Sure, you got time.
Maybe I'll get on that.
You gotta watch one tonight.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Next for me, number 5 is one of my favorite animated movies of all time, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm.
This is one of those ones where like I was toiling with whether or not it was a Christmas movie, but then I remembered it's absolutely a Christmas movie, and
Mhm.
it's one of the most delightful animated movies you'll ever see in your life.
Not a fan.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I've
Really?
never
I
seen
made my
it, so I
almost
can't-
honorable mention.
Wow.
So you mean
That
you
is-
haven't seen it?
That's brutal.
No, I have. That's my almost honorable mention, meaning that's one of the 2 films I saw that didn't make my honorable mentions.
It's one of the 2 worst Christmas movies you've seen. Then is it Jesus Christ? I just have never seen it, so I can't judge it.
Dude,
I hold no.
I've never understood the obsession with that movie. I've never understood the obsession with those weird Tim Burton stop motion
well,
shit.
where you're wrong is
Coraline?
that Night Before Christmas is not directed by Tim Burton.
I know it's not directed by Tim Burton, but it's the same exact style that Tim Burton always uses.
But like
Clearly
the
it's Tim
songs
Burton
are
film.
bangers. Danny Elfman playing Jack Skellington is awesome. Oogie Boogie is one of the best characters in animated movies. Like, come on, what the hell's wrong with you people?
Just never really liked it.
Yes, there's a ghost that goes by the name of Oogie Boogie.
All right, Austin, what do you got at 5?
5 for me is following Mark's suit here. Bad Santa. It's just funny. I don't know. I don't understand. There's just nothing not to like about it. And that quote, he pulled a quote. I pulled a quote. Was my quote was when he's talking to the kid and he says, "Yeah, I got kicked out. Mrs. Claus kicked me out because I fucked her sister."
What's the other one too? He's with I can't remember the character's name, the little person, the elf, and he's like, "Man, you can't drink worth shit," and he goes, "I'm 92 pounds."
I don't know. It's just a funny. Like I can't watch that movie and not laugh. Like it doesn't get
Yeah.
old. Like I could watch it 100 times over and laugh every time.
I gotta watch Bad Santa.
Where would it have ranked on your top 10 comedies list, Austin?
That's a good question. That I'll have to get back to. You know, I mean, I've seen so many comedies. I just
Right. It's understandable. Josh,
Okay.
what about you?
Yeah, my number 5. This one's just a staple. This is a Christmas staple. You're gonna watch it a million times this holiday season. It's on everywhere. It's Will Ferrell. It's Zoe Deschanel. It's big time. It's classic. It's mailroom. It's everything you want in a Christmas movie. And true Christmas spirit. The end of this really heats up. You get a little bit of sauciness with Zoe Deschanel in the shower. You got Fazio Love or whatever you pronounce his name. Santa! I mean, it's great stuff all around. The relationship with the kid, Mr. Narwhal, the Candy Cane Forest. It's just a wonderful Christmas movie. It's truly fantastic stuff.
My number 5 is what I just switched with Christmas Vacation. It's Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet Christmas Carol is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I love the Muppets. Every Muppet movie I ever watch, even the bad ones, like Muppets Most Wanted wasn't great, but like even the bad ones, I still find myself having a really good time. And you combine that with a classic Dickensian story in A Christmas Carol, which, to be honest, usually sucks. But once you put the Muppets in it, I'm all in. Love a Muppets Christmas Carol.
Dude, it's a great movie. Number 4 for me is Christmas Vacation. Would you guys agree that it's the best vacation movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably yes.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
it's the
Between
best
that
vacation.
and- That's between that and just vacation, yeah, for me.
Yeah, I know people don't like European vacations like that or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, big
European
anti that.
vacation's pretty funny. Vegas vacation is.
Vegas vacation. Yeah.
No, I'm the other way. I go Vegas before Euro. Vegas,
Never-
Mark, the scene in Vegas that gets me is when he's lost all his money and she's gonna go bang the opera singer. I'm just about to deliver this. I gotta wait for a second before I go to the house because but he's lost all his money. He's gambling with Eddie at the tables, and the guy goes, "Okay, let's play a game, higher or lower."
Oh yeah.
And they're playing this useless card game. That gets me every time. The blue or the yellow? I'll do the blue.
Actually, I like Vegas vacation too.
Interesting.
Mainly because I've seen it.
Fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, Christmas vacation is number 4 for me. What the hell do you want me to say about it?
Great.
Number 4 for me, coming out the woodworks here, is Christmas Vacation. Yeah. What the hell do you want me to say about
All right.
it?
Josh is in the middle of delivering a pizza right now, so
Yeah. I guess
what?
I don't have much to say about it. The movie's just ridiculous. I mean, let's be honest. It's just a ridiculous movie.
this is why we couldn't do the top 20 comedies episode with Austin. Because
Yeah.
he'd 5 movies in and be like, these are all ridiculous. What are we doing?
I mean, anyone out there who's seen Christmas Vacation agrees with me. The movie is just ridiculous.
Eddie emptying out the septic tank. Shitter was full.
Yeah.
It's got like a radioactive green ooze.
Yeah.
Should I go?
Yeah, you should just go. Yeah.
All right. It's Home Alone 2. I will not stand for any of this Home Alone 2 slander.
What the hell is going on here?
Home Alone 2 is almost as good as the first one. They're basically the same movie in the best way possible. You say, do you have the scene with the movie? Yes, he watches angels with filthier souls in Home Alone 2. There's a whole joke about it. You've got the toy shop, Duncan's Toy Chest, which I think might be the most Christmas spirit thing in any of the Home Alone movies.
What did Mark say?
Home
He
Alone
said
2.
Home Alone.
You've got the Pigeon Lady, who, by the way, that actress won an Oscar. Not for that movie, but she is an Oscar-winning actress, and she's most well known for being the Pigeon Lady in Home Alone 2.
I thought she was most well known for look-alike of Susan Boyle without.
Yeah, I don't understand this Home Alone 2 slander coming from Nunez. Home Alone 2 is awesome. It's
I like it better than the
great.
first.
What's the one where he throws the brick at him? He's like, "Eat brick, punk." He just throws a brick at him. It's a
Let's
great
go!
movie.
So, before I give my 4, sorry, I was delivering that pizza to a hotel, and before I rang the doorbell, it's a handicapped room. It said, I rang the doorbell, and all of a sudden I hear like nothing, and then I hear this guy walk out of the bathroom and just start yelling, "Yo, dude, I fucked that girl the other night so much. It's like, it'd be like something if you pulled back my dick and looked at my dick hole and cut it in half. It'd be like raw. You know what I mean? It's just dead raw. Nothing on it. Done." Like he was just yelling this to some random person. I just overheard his entire conversation about how hard he fucked this girl. I just kept knocking. I was like, "Is he doing a bit? Is he doing a thing right now? Can he take your pizza?" Go. I want to be like, "Hey man, by the way, congrats, dude. How's it feel today?
Congrats on the sex.
Need some ice?"
Dude, David and
Ice is
Joker
down the
just
hall.
lost the shit out of some loser.
Too bad he's out of bounds. That was sad.
Yeah, they count about.
Sorry, my 4 here real quick, Mark. I picked the actual superior Home Alone movie, the best Home Alone there is. That's the third one.
I hate
What
you.
the hell is
Home
wrong?
Alone 3 is fantastic. It's everything you wanted. It's Die
Uh,
Hard. You got terrorists with a fun, kooky little kid who has to defend his home. Also, Simple Plans. I'm Just a Kid in that movie is fantastic. When
That
he sets
song
up the booby
sucks.
traps.
Oh, boo! That is a great song.
No, it's not.
It's a great little bit there. I love that movie
What's
so
next?
much.
Is number 3 going to be Home Sweet Home Alone circa 2021?
Oh,
The
that
hell is
movie
wrong-
God.
stinks, dude. That movie's awful.
Yeah,
All I'm
you
saying
watched
is-
it?
Yeah,
Why?
I did.
Why?
Have you seen the third Home Alone in this?
No, I haven't.
I'm
bad.
telling you, it's worth a watch. It's good. I love it. Jeff D. Lowe is a stand for Home Alone 3.
No,
He
he's
gets it.
not.
Yes, he is. Go on Twitter. He was going off about it the other day. He's like, Home Alone 3 doesn't get the respect it deserves. Definitely a top 5 Christmas movie.
It was a
He
bit.
loves it.
He was doing a bit. He does
No,
that
he
bit
respects
every
it.
year.
He respects Home Alone 3 for what it is. Genius. It's
Wow.
goddamn
All right,
good.
well-
I love Home Alone 3.
Well, number 3 for me is Die Hard. And the reason that it's number 3 and not number 1 is because, yeah, it's probably the best movie on this list. But like we were talking about, it doesn't quite evoke the Christmas spirit like the rest of these movies do. So I do love Die Hard, and it is a Christmas movie. But, you know, it doesn't quite get me in the Christmas mood. Like, Die Hard is a movie I can watch any time of the year. You know?
Yes.
That kind of disqualifies it from being like the best Christmas movie. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel like it's the holiday.
Yeah, you can't watch Elf in July.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you could.
You could, yeah.
You could, I'd question you, but unless you're doing a Christmas in July thing. Maybe July wasn't the right month. You can't watch it in March, you know?
For sure.
All right. Number 3 for me would have been 1 years ago. It slid down the ranks. I started to pick up on the hate on it. Mark mentioned it earlier, but A Christmas Story it used to be my favorite, and now I've almost just seen it way too many times. It's just becoming a little dull for me now, you know. But you know, it still has that flair. It still has that everything you want in a Christmas movie. It doesn't feel crazy, out of place stuff. It just feels like a nice. I mean, obviously, you know, what are we talking about? Some of the stuff's a little uncanny. Him actually shooting his eye out. I mean, what are we talking about? But you know, I mean, it's just a good homey Christmas movie, and you know, I love the leg lamp. That was always my favorite part as a kid. When you try to get that leg lamp in the window, and it's just great. It's a great time.
Good job. My number 3 is the reason why this is a holiday. I was gonna say holiday Christmas list. This is why it's a holiday movie list. Because this is a Hanukkah movie. It is 8 Crazy Nights. We talked about it when we did our Adam Sandler movies. Mark, if you still haven't, we have to watch this before.
I've been waiting for you.
Hey, man, we'll find the time. This is a fantastic Christmas movie. I watch it during the Christmas time. I know it's Hanukkah. Who cares? The sentiment is all the same. You will laugh. You will cry. You will cry. If you have a heart,
I love that
you
movie.
will cry. When Whitey gets those patches, you tear up. And you don't know what that
When
means right
Patches
now, Mark.
O'Houlihan gets crushed by the luck of the Irish sign.
Yeah, you don't know what it means yet, Mark, but when Whitey gets those patches, cheer up, Whitey. You'll know. Okay? That movie, it's got everything. I love it. That movie is great. Talk about funny songs. Oh, starts off hot. Just great. That's a technical foul.
My number 3 is the original Home Alone because, like I said, it's the same movie as Home Alone 2, just ever so slightly better. I think I have
Just
these like
very better. Yeah.
very ever so slightly better. I think it's a little funny. Actually, no. Home Alone 2 I think is funnier, but I think Home Alone 1 is a better movie. Home Alone 2 is Tim Curry.
Okay. And
I think Home Alone 2 is funnier, but Home Alone is the better of the two movies.
All right, number 2 for me is A Christmas Story. I actually had it as number 1 for the majority of this video, but then I ended up changing it with the movie I now has number 1. A Christmas Story, like we were talking about, is a movie I've seen a trillion times, and it doesn't get old. Excuse me. Sorry. It doesn't get old for me. There's so many classic moments in it. With him, like, basically having a nightmare when he's meeting Santa and, like, going down the slide at the mall. There is the leg lamp scene, obviously. It's a major reward, like that whole thing. And then
Fragile.
right, and the scene where like the dogs take their turkey, so they have to go, or their ham or whatever it is, they have to go to the Chinese restaurant. And just like every white family in the 1950s, they're terrified of Asian people. So you have right, and that certainly has aged well. But anyways, it's a delightful movie that to me is loaded with Christmas spirit. You know.
Sure.
I agree.
All right, Adam.
I'll tell you my number 2.
Classic.
Another classic coming out here, really about the Christmas spirit, and that's A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh yeah.
The best thing someone told me today was the worst thing about Charlie Brown is he doesn't listen to his parents. And I couldn't agree more. And I don't have much to say. It just gets you in the Christmas spirit. It's a touching story. Charlie's just trying to find the Christmas spirit, what it means to love Christmas and love the ones around you. It's just a touching story. And the whole gang. It's just, you gotta love it. There's nothing not to love about it.
Sure. My number 2. This one also will not be on people's list because if it hasn't yet, it's definitely not 1 or 2. So this one, a shock to not see on maybe Austin's list or someone. Probably one of their new age funnies. All I'll say, maybe a little hint here, a little clue. Mistletoe. My safe word. It's a Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon classic. It's 4 Christmases.
Is that a classic?
Christmases. It's fucking awesome.
Never seen it.
It's it's great. Like it's well worth the watch. I think it's a great Christmas movie. It's got Beefcake, Jon Favreau. It's got the girl from American Housewife and Mike and Molly, big cans. It's got her. Who else it got in? It's just star-studded, very funny.
It's got Vince
and
Vaughn.
it touches your heart. Yeah. Kristen Chenoweth. I mean, it's just great cast, great writing, and really embodies what families go through. It's all about him. They're rich and they go to travel every Christmas, but then the airport shuts down and they got to go spend it with their families. And so it really tugs on the heartstrings. That's what I'm all about this Christmas time. Something that's going to bring you back and love your family. And that's what 4 Christmases is all about.
You want to talk about tugging on the heartstrings? Did anyone just watch that guy cry while leaving the field? That was terrible.
Yeah.
He just tore his ACL.
I just probably it did something to his leg, for sure.
My first 2 on my list have something in common, which is nothing gets you in the holiday spirit like seasonal depression. And that's why It's a Wonderful Life is number 2. No, It's a Wonderful Life is a phenomenal movie. It's Jimmy Stewart. I was about to say at his best, but it's not Rear Window.
Dark. He tries to kill himself in that movie.
Yeah, like I said, seasonal depression.
Yeah.
But no, it's a phenomenal movie. It's got all of the Christmas spirit you could possibly want. It's so well acted. It's so well written. And interesting fact that Nunez told me earlier. Shut up, Josh. It's a great movie.
This is
that the reason it's so popular is because it entered the public domain, so everyone could just show it on TV.
Yeah,
which makes
learned about that in our media law class.
I don't think we talked about. Wait, and were we in media law together? No, we were in media economics together.
Yeah, no, we talked in our media law class at least. Did.
Yeah, I don't think in mine we talked about It's a Wonderful Life. We used a few different examples for public domain stuff, but yeah, It's a Wonderful Life is delightful and has a very happy ending and really gets me in the Christmas spirit.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't know. My
happy
dad is
endings.
his favorite.
What were you saying, Josh?
I was saying I wouldn't know if it does because this is my dad's favorite movie and I can't get through it. It sucks. I don't know if George Bailey's dead half the time. Is the bank open? Is the bank closed? It's in black and white. I don't know what the hell's happening. Maybe
You
I'm
suck.
too stupid. I was too young to watch it, but it's just it's a whole bunch of garbage that I have to sit through to know that, I should live. I mean, ugh, who cares?
You are certainly too stupid. You just had 4 Christmas.
Stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree that a happy ending is a big part of the Christmas spirit, and no Christmas movie makes me happier than the movie that's my number one, and that's Elf. But I talk about movies that are delightful. Elf to me is one of the most delightful movies you'll ever see. It's like every scene is good. The scene where he's making the breakfast or the dessert spaghetti. That whole Mr. Narwhal, right? You got freaking Peter Dinklage is in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Freaking Peter Dinklage is in the movie. It's so good, and the very beginning of the movie where he's like the one big elf with the rest of the small elves. Mark, why are you giving me that look? Do you not like Elf?
No, not really.
There it
What's wrong
is.
with you?
I don't think it's very
Have a
funny.
good one.
Like Bob Newhart as Papa Elf
Yeah,
is very funny.
I don't hate Elf. Like
Wait, was it even
I've
on
never
Mark's
been.
top 10?
No.
Oh.
I don't
Wasn't
hate
in mine
it.
either, man.
I've just never been a fan. Like I don't think it's very funny. I think it's heartwarming, but I don't really go out of my way to watch it. If I'm flipping through the channels and it's on and there's nothing else on, maybe I'll watch it, but I don't really care for it all that much.
Too busy watching the Boomer Christmas movie. Is there
Yeah,
a
me and
Christmas
Junior
movie starring Fred Astaire that's coming up next, or what?
No.
That was a funny joke. I don't know. Is Fred Astaire even in a Christmas movie?
Definitely in at least one.
Yeah, he's got to be for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
If he is, Mark knows about. Fuck man. God damn it.
Let's see.
You win this one.
Austin, you start talking. I'm gonna look and see if Fred Astaire's in a Christmas movie.
All right, my number one Christmas movie, another classic. Mark mentioned it earlier before, but it's The Year Without a Santa Claus. That is
Hell
my
yeah.
all-time favorite Christmas movie. What do you mean, what?
Is that
Some of us don't like
what?
to watch gimmicky Will Ferrell movies. Some of us, we like to watch Christmas spirit
Stop
movies, things
motion.
that get you in
We
the
like to watch
holidays.
Cinema,
Yeah,
like
some
a
people like
25
watch
minute TV
what
special.
my friggin' grandfather used to watch back in the day. What are you talking about?
Is that supposed to be an insult?
Dumb bitch. I'm Mr. Suck.
I don't understand how it's supposed to be an insult. It's got better music than Elf. There you go.
True.
Oh. What? True?
By far.
Put
I mean, it's
your
got better
one-
actors than Elf.
Is the same one that is also put your one foot in front of the other, right? And you're walking out the door? Is that song
Fred
in that
Astaire,
too?
by the way, Fred Astaire is in Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
No, shocking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's like it's just a great Christmas movie. I mean, if you're fitting the theme, it really fits the theme. I mean, as
feel
much
it.
as it can.
I feel that.
I guess.
I mean, it's hear me out. It's not as bad as Elf. That's all I'm gonna stand by.
All right, Josh, why don't you tell me why 9 Crazy Nights is number 1 on your list?
Now, who am I to tell you what's good around the holiday time? So it makes you feel good. And if you feel good by watching Boomer garbage, then get off to it, bro. But my number one is middle-aged garbage, okay? This is from in the 80s. This is Christmas Vacation, dude. Get Uncle Eddie, get the eggnog in here, get me a Christmas bonus, and fire me
Year
up.
Without a Santa Claus is 74.
That's crap.
It's 5 years, 6 years. What are we talking about?
Nah, it's garbage.
The 80s.
No good.
boomer, middle-aged and boomer is the same thing.
Yeah, no. No, I'm gonna say. Can I say something respectfully? No. Christmas Vacation is just. I don't know, man. I'm just all about having fun. Kids look the other way. I mean, right from the start, the Griswold family, Christmas tree, everything about it. I mean, this guy has made a living off it. Chevy Chase is God. I mean, yeah, it's
That's
just
true.
Christmas Vacation.
That's true.
I love that movie, so I'm in on that.
All right.
Continuing with my boomer shit that Josh hates, my number one is Charlie Brown Christmas.
You should have seen that coming from like
Is this the one?
6 miles away.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
easily the best Christmas thing in my opinion.
I mean, everyone makes the joke about getting a Charlie Brown Christmas tree every year with their family, right?
No, Charlie
Yeah.
Brown specials are undefeated, to be quite honest with you.
Have you ever seen a bad one?
Not that I know of.
Exactly. They're all bangers. This one easily the best thing about Christmas in my opinion. Charlie Brown Halloween's the best thing about Halloween too, or Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown's the best thing about Halloween too. So like they're undefeated when it comes to holiday specials. Talk about Christmas spirit. The entire thing is about getting in the Christmas spirit. That's the point of the entire special. It makes you feel good
Maybe
by
when
the
I have
end.
kids. Yeah.
What's that?
There's just maybe if I have maybe when I have kids, I'm just like a severe it doesn't matter. I want to be in Christmas spirit, but like the fun Christmas spirit, where like I want to give you gifts, so you give them back to me right now. You know, I'm in a time in my life where I only buy gifts.
That's
to
the
give
opposite
them.
of Christmas spirit.
Yeah, no, but that's what my Christmas is about right now. I don't want to be like, we're all happy, we're all living together, it's Christmas, fun times. That's for BS that you teach kids. You know, it's a downtime.
You
That's
suck.
what I like.
You're bad showing for Josh tonight.
suck.
Something tells me he would have hated Curious George, A Very Monkey Christmas.
Oh my God, he would have despised it.
I don't know.
For sure.
I'm out on Josh tonight.
Yeah, I'm having a rough
All right,
day.
well,
I was too hot on the podcast.
it
so
looks
I'm on
like
a gambling
we learned
show.
very valuable things about each other in this time, which is part of the Christmas spirit.
Indeed.
And what we learned is that Josh is the real boomer here. Like he disparages the boomer picks, but it's very boomer to just be a Scrooge about the whole thing. Like that's what Josh is.
I love
doing.
Christmas. I love getting gifts. I love getting better gifts from people. I'll tell you, there's a girl who works here that got our boss a present last year and was raving about it. And he was like, "Oh, how nice of her." I went out and it was a bottle of whiskey. I went out, bought the same brand, only a more expensive bottle, just to get a better bottle for her. That's the type of Christmas I'm in for. I just want to get rewarded
That's
more.
not the
I want to get you
Christmas
the better
spirit at all.
Well, it was now. I got the better gift. Better one.
It's now.
That's all it's about.
You gotta watch
not the
Charlie
spirit
Brown
at all.
Christmas, man.
Yeah, Josh
think
needs
it
to
can
watch
bring me
Charlie
back?
Brown Christmas on repeat for a week.
Do you think it can bring me back? Or do they gift each other the pumpkin pie and the rock from the other one? What do they get gifted? I've never really seen a lot of the Charlie Browns, to be fair.
You
I
can
know the
tell.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
and the
oh, we
Thanksgiving
know.
one. That's it.
You can tell. All right. Well, that does it for this episode of Hot Stove After Dark. This is a zippy one. Only an hour, 10 minutes. This is great. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Hot Stove Pod. That's at Hot Stove Pod on Twitter. Here on the YouTube side, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. This has been Top 10 Christmas Movies. And we'll see you next week for our final show of 2021. The 2021 Stovey Awards, a black tie affair. That's coming up next week. We will see you then. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Yep.